to come back because it cut it off. But when you take those things away, you take away the children's way of seeing how to have healthy relationships with one another. So, see, the reason a lot of us are not attracting healthy relationships is because we didn't see our parents doing it. We haven't seen an example of a healthy relationship, and then a lot of times we are looking at celebrities and we admire them, but they're not really teaching us healthy concepts either, because we have learned the concept of ride or die. Go through it with anybody. And when I relearned love, it was learning it through elders who taught that you do not have to put a woman through suffering to make her prove her loyalty to you. You do not have to you don't have to cheat on her. When I come across men who've been with their wives for 20 years and they've never cheated, it's like, wow. But you know what they had? They had culture. They had their culture and their history. So they understood that they did not have to operate in their lower selves. And so, when we're operating in a place where even when religion tells you men can have, all these wives and this and this, and some of them did back in the day, but it's being abused now, where they're lying, they're abusing polygamy and stuff like that. They sneaking around and stuff. So I'm just sharing that because when you live in your divinity, you live in your truth. Just be honest about what it is that you do. If you're going to have multiple wives, or even with women who have multiple husbands now, be honest about who you are so that people can choose whether or not that's the type of relationship that they want to be in. That's what creates harmony. When we are out of my eye, like I said, when we are lying and stuff, that's what creates the disharmony in our community, because we are not moving in a righteous manner. We getting what we put out. When we are doing something in a negative manner or operating in a negative manner, then we receive whatever it is, whatever karma comes from that. So we just have to remember that. But I know we're all healing and everything, and so that's why we're trying to work on getting back to where we need to be. So with that being said, now is a time where people need to be sitting down, especially during this eclipse, and doing the work. I am having a class. I'm having a healing circle where I will be playing certain singing bowls to help to activate certain chakras that will help to clear out negative energy. So when we play the singing bowls, those sound bowls, they are basically helping to clear out negative energy around certain chakras. It's helping to activate and heal them so that you can function how you need to function correctly. So it gets you out of that low vibration and frequency of the things that you might be attached to, and helps you to kind of operate and function how you need to operate. For example, if your throat chakra is blocked, you might have thyroids and, chest problems and stuff with your throat, heart issues. Those things are tied to your chakras, and I hope they don't take this down for saying that. But when you do grief work and you do heart chakra healing and you eat the foods for your heart, you are healing it, and your body is able to heal itself. But when we are traumatized and we hurt and we angry and we don't release it and we don't forgive, we start to inflict that pain on ourselves by eating the wrong foods or continuing to attract the wrong relationships because we're not doing what we need to do. And so we create relationships through trauma bonding or whatever the situation is, and then that heart becomes heavy. Now we hate women, and now we hate men because we haven't healed from whatever relationships. Heartbreak don't just come through romantic relationships. It can come through friendships. It can come through your childhood or anything like that. So it can come through your mama, from you being in your mother's womb and her dealing with certain emotions. Those emotions go to the baby. You know what I'm saying? So we are also dealing with ancestral trauma that we have to really get in ourselves and heal from. So when we do the singing bowls and we are doing that, we're activating that chakra so that it can start doing the healing work, and it can reverse whatever issues are in the body. So it does something to the cells and the nerves to raise the vibration so that they can begin to function and to heal that area correctly. Now, it's still up to you to do the work, but it just helps you if you're dealing with any blockages, because sometimes we can't get it out of ourselves. We want to do right and we're trying, but sometimes we need people who are healers who can come in and do it. That's why even with myself, I got to go to healers because I can't do everything alone. But that's the importance of community, and that is why it is okay to be transparent and open, because we were meant to do it as a community. We were not meant to do it as individuals or anything like that. You can't take on healing by yourself and going through some of the traumas that we went through alone. And when we try to do it alone, that's when we start going through a lot of depression, a lot of anxiety, a lot of, we got people committing suicide and things like that, because we're not finding the right ways to heal. And a lot of people in our families, communities, they don't know how to do it properly. You know what I'm saying? They don't know. And so they tell you to go to church. A lot of people go to therapy. They go to those things, and then sometimes those things still don't work because they haven't been taught the importance of release work or grief work or doing the chakra healing and the energy cleanses. And sometimes it's literally demonic attachments that have attached to the vessel that need to be removed in order for that person to freely do whatever it is that they need to do so that they can be free. So, when certain things happen, like even if you were assaulted as a child sexually or something, if that's not healed, then it actually opens up like a womb, because your womb is a portal. It opens up a womb of negativity there, right? It opens up a portal of negativity, because now your portal is filled with those negative attachments. And it's a violation to the soul. Like rape is a violation to the soul. So it actually does something to all of your chakra system when somebody comes in with that demonic attachment, because it is a demon that is attacking that child. Okay? Pedophilia is a demonic entity. It is a demonic spirit. Okay? And we be looking at family and stuff like that, and those things, they have demons on them, and that's what it is. Like I said, we all came from the spiritual realm and manifested in this physical realm. Some of us as babies have things that are attacking us in our mother's wombs because the mothers are not properly protected through pregnancy. Okay? They're not properly protected through pregnancy, and that mother, her womb is a portal. So when she's carrying that baby, that is the time when she is the most vulnerable, because she's bringing in a spirit. She's bringing in a life. And it's a pure being that's coming in, or an ancestor that's coming in. That baby is up for a lot of entities to come in and attack. So now that's why you have so many weirdos that's attacking children, and you have children coming up missing and stuff like that, because they understand that children have this pure energy that a lot of adults don't have, because we become traumatized and intoxicated on drugs, watching a lot of negative influences in the world that the babies have not been exposed to yet. So it's literally a demonic attack that is trying to prey on them to harvest that energy, because that is how they get their power and that is how they manifest. And then the babies, if that mother or the baby is not healing throughout life, then they chakras start becoming messed up. But then it also makes you very easily, because like I said, if you don't do the healing and the cord cuttings, what happens is those relationships that come in, those people who come in after that are coming in from that unhealed area. It's more spirits and entities that's coming in to attach to that negative energy. So when you heal and you raise your vibration, you attract more healed beings around you. You attract more angelic beings and more higher vibrating people. When you are on a lower vibration, you attract more low vibrating people into your life. So those spiritual attacks and those spiritual things are real, and that's why you have to understand that even people that we see in the third dimension, if they not operating in a place where they harmonizing, or they always chaotic, or something going on, you got to understand that some people are literally possessed with demonic energies that they don't even understand. They literally have demons that they have not healed. So, it's good to have discernment. It's good to be able to tap into your intuition. That's why we meditate and stuff like that, so that we can sharpen our discernment. Because sometimes we might think we know, sometimes it ain't really what we think it is, and sometimes it is. But even eating healthy, your stomach is your first gut. Your stomach, your gut is your first brain. And so you have this brain and you have this brain. And when you are only using this, and this ain't processing correctly. This isn't. So that's another reason that we eat healthy and clean, because when you eat a lot of processed foods, the information that's coming to you is processed. When you eat more foods that's coming from the earth, that information that's coming in from the earth is more natural. You getting the organic information that's coming from the source, that's coming from the sun. You know, the sun, it holds 80% of our DNA. It's the source of life here on earth. That's what's giving us life. That's why when you go in the house all the time and you ain't in the sun, you get depressed more, because you ain't in natural sunlight. And that's what God gave us. That's why it raises vitamin D. The sun has healing properties and all of those things. So, you know, I don't want to talk too much longer. I got to get ready to go back in the house and check on my child. But, you know, I just wanted to, like I said, share those things because, like I said, it's time for us to do the work. Even if you don't want to come to me, find somebody that can help to guide you. This is just for the people I know that I assist with readings and doing spiritual work for. I just wanted to share that we don't have a lot of time in our community. In our communities, this just ain't in my community. This is all over. It is a war that's taking place all over. And like I said, I don't know if they're going to take my videos down for saying stuff like this, but it needs to be said, so I don't care. I hope y'all watch it before it gets canceled out. You know, share it with whoever you need to share it with, but let people know, like, we got to get it together. The ancestors done told me several times, it's time to get to work. It's time to do it. Let's go. Like, they keep shaking me and let me know, hey, we ain't playing no more. And warning signs keep coming. It's things that's happening around us. You know, when they say God is trying to tell you something and you keep seeing stuff around you, it's something that God is trying to tell you. And a lot of times God sends people who come into your life as messengers to be like, hey, and one of the 42 laws of Ma'at is to not turn your ears towards truth. So even with myself, I try to take the time and listen, but it's like you got to be able to discern who's the right teachers to listen to, because there's a lot of people out here who is teaching the stuff, but they're not doing it. I ain't sitting here and acting like I am all-knowing. I'm still learning as a student, and I admit that. And I can say, though, I'm consciously doing the work. Like, every day I'm working on myself to get better and working on myself to perfection. So that's what I can admit. That's what I can say, is that I'm working on me. And so, like I said, I'm just going to end it there. I got to go get ready to check on my child. But I'll be doing readings for those who need to do readings or need readings before the eclipse. I do have fall specials right now. If you would like to get a reading, you can ask for my menu, or if you know somebody who needs a reading. But y'all, make sure y'all raising y'all vibrations, whatever it is that y'all do during this eclipse and these next few shifts, because it's about to get real. And I just picked up, it's a lot of people that's about to go. And so I'm just letting y'all know, I be saying this stuff, and I've been accurate about everything that I've said. So I'm just letting y'all know the best way that I can without it sounding scary, because I ain't here to scare nobody. I come ready. You feel what I'm saying? I come battle ready, and I'm just trying to make everybody else battle ready. It ain't about being scared. When you come prepared, you ain't got to get prepared. So like I said, all I'm doing is training up warriors, spiritual warriors, so that when the war is there, we ready to go. You know, we grounded. Ain't nothing moving us. So, yeah. But anyways, y'all have a great day. Peace, love, and light.